Afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Gonna try to keep this short, I promise. All right, so today I got a great product for your smart home, and that is another smart cam by INQMEGA. It's INQMEGA. I don't know what these names sometimes, you know. Anyway, all right, so putting the name aside, you know, what's important is what you get for your money, right? And so this is one of their smart light bulb cameras. So this allows you to screw a camera into any, I believe in this case, United States-based light bulb socket. So pretty cool. Now, this does seem like a great idea. So you might be looking at this video and saying, oh man, I need that. That's exactly what we're looking for. I just want to stay tuned. Let me explain a couple things about this to make sure you're going to get something that's going to work for your needs. Not just your wants, right? So what do you get with this? So this is a pan tilt zoom camera, fully featured like any other pan tilt zoom camera on the market. Very similar to any of your wall mounted ones. I love the fact they have all this contained in one nice little neat package, right? The price on this, incredible. We have a 30% off coupon going on today. I don't know how long it's going to go on, but 46 bucks with 30% off. So that's pretty incredible for a pan tilt camera that's fully featured like this. So that's great. You have the ability to put an SD card in there, micro SD right behind this little cap here. Just rotate the camera down and you can just pop that this little kind of weather resistant cover off, put your card in. You also have the reset button there if you have any trouble setting this up. Maybe you have to reset it before adding it to the app. You know, you never know. You never know. So that is your reset button. What else? Built-in antenna. You don't have any exposed antennas on this. So this is going to easily fit into most sockets. You have 2K Ultra HD resolution, which is fantastic. You have night vision, you have two-way audio, and a full 360 degrees of rotation. Keep in mind, these rotate to a stopping point, and then to go back, you have to spin all the way back. So I haven't seen any camera to date that continues to spin in a 360 degree rotation. You have motion tracking, all the standard stuff. Alerts. It says here that the base is an E26 or E27 bulb base, so that's going to work in United States sockets and probably a few other countries. You have a 4x digital zoom and 24/7 recording, IP65 water resistance. Although where you're going to be putting this, you probably don't have a fixture getting wet, right? Maybe a little splash here and there from a little rain, a little wind, but it's not really something to be too concerned with. Remember that you don't have waterproofing. IP65 is weather resistance. I like to use the word weather resistance. You know, this is not something that's going to take a lot of direct moisture. If you live on the coast and are subject to waves or anything kind of crazy weather, you know, that's, you know, I don't know how much this can take, right? So let's talk about, those are the pros. Let's talk about the cons. So one thing to consider, and these are more things to consider. One thing to consider about something like this is where you're going to be mounting this. Now, this seems like a great idea to add a camera to somewhere where you have a bulb socket. We look around most homes have outdoor cans. They have a lot of times outdoor coach lights. They have outdoor maybe security lights. It just depends on your home and your situation. Now, for me personally, I don't have a lot of ceiling cans, and the two that I have downstairs have LifeX smart bulbs in them. So this won't really be able to get used in my home. If I want to add this to one of my exterior outdoor lights, one of my outdoor lights is enclosed. You can't put this in there. It's too large. Another one actually has glass, and that's what you're going to find at most houses. People with the outdoor coach lights. And when I say coach lights, they mean the kind of the decorative lights with the glass. Usually have kind of a window pane kind of look to them. Again, every house is different. You know, generally you have those out in front of your doors, maybe around the garage. Most of them have glass. So if you're going to be putting this behind glass at night, this is going to be useless. Unfortunately, the app that I downloaded, which is the app they recommended on their other camera, with this one here, which is kind of interesting. Let me just find the app, UVox. I reviewed earlier their solar panel outdoor battery powered camera, which is identical to this. They recommend you download that app. On the Amazon listing, this particular listing saying download the Tuya app. So I will experiment with this and put an update in description. But as far as the other app is concerned, I forgot it already. I just looked at it because I've never heard of it before. The UVox app. As far as that app is concerned, there's no way to turn off night vision. So if you're putting this in a coach light behind glass, as soon as those infrared lights come on, they're going to reflect off the glass, and this is going to be useless. So unless you have something that allows this to hang down past the glass, not going to work for you. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're not concerned with that and you only care about using it during the daytime, you can use it behind glass. But I think it's if the Tuya app doesn't have that, that's a really foolish mistake on their part, because most cameras I reviewed have the ability to turn off night vision. You know, you might want to put this outside somewhere at night where you have great security lights. You don't need night vision. So, you know, hopefully companies, when they watch this, they take notes. Another thing I think that would be really beneficial with something like this is to maybe include some sort of socket extension, because if you did have a situation like that, you want to mount this in an outdoor coach light, having a socket extension to get this down past the glass would work for most people, right? I don't like the, you know, for my case, I only have one outdoor front door light. I don't want to lose that light. I prefer to have the security of the light rather than the camera. I think lighting is more important than cameras, to be honest with you. But it's nice to have both, so I won't be getting rid of that in order to add one of these. Of course, I already have cameras, but most homes, you either have one or two coach lights, and most people aren't going to want a half-balanced look, right? So I think something like this would be a much better product if they included some sort of, maybe some of an odd shape, maybe LED smart light attached to this that allows you to actually still retain a bulb and then have the camera. So most coach lights that I've seen that have glass are generally about that long, right? If they have an open bottom, that's the kind I'm talking about. It'd be great to be able to have maybe an extension where this hangs down past the glass. You can still utilize the camera, and then above that you would still have a smart light bulb that can turn on or off with, you know, you don't necessarily have to put a light sensor in there, but you could. It could be tied into the camera. It could click on when the infrared lights click on the camera. But more importantly, I think it would be better to just have something where you can set it on a timer or a photoelectric cell, right? Something like that. But I think it'd be very easy to integrate something like that. Maybe include it. Again, make the price a little higher, but to make this camera work for all different kind of situations. I think the perfect location for this would be if you have a situation where you have the outdoor cans or indoor cans. It is marketed as an indoor-outdoor camera, so of course you use this inside. I wish my home had more cans. If you are self-contracting your home or building a home, kind of think about that. Maybe put in kind of a standard ceiling can somewhere where you say, hey, that's where I want to have a camera. You can use one of these. It's really nice to have something like this that kind of blends in with the ceiling. I think black was the wrong color choice for this. I think this should have been done in white because most people's ceilings are white. But depending on where you're mounting this, black's pretty safe if you have a darker outdoor fixture, but I think white would have been just better. Again, if I was picturing this in my house and I had a ceiling can somewhere I could mount this, you know, this is going to be great. It's going to really kind of, you know, tuck away nice inside the ceiling, have a really nice kind of professional finished look. No wires, no rewiring, none of that stuff. You know, I think about the inside of my house, and I've been very strategic about where I put my security cameras. I don't want something bam mounted on the side of the wall that's in everybody's face. I want things kind of strategic. Ceiling is going to get you the best vantage point inside your house, right? And in order to do that, you have to have a way to mount that. You go throwing a dome camera up there, it's going to be pretty noticeable. Having a can already existing, making this white would really blend the ceiling, and it wouldn't be in people's faces. You may, you know, not be concerned with that, but for me, I do kind of think about that. I don't want my guests kind of feeling like they're on display, right? Even though they are. So, but anyway, those are all things that this company can modify on their next go. I noticed on one of the other cameras they have one with a external antenna. That might be something to think about. Remember, if you're putting this outside, you have to be able to get that Wi-Fi signal to the camera, but also back from the camera to your access point. So I found that none of the cameras that I've ever installed really do that exceptionally well, and I have Ubiquiti ceiling mounted high power access points. So I could have a lot of interference in my area too. That might be a factor, but you know, just keep in mind, you know, I want you guys, when you see this video, be like, ooh, you know, that's a great product, but I want you guys to think about your location before you install it. I don't want you guys just to order it because I have a great idea, it's going to work out perfect, get it and be disappointed. So again, I think adding this to your inside of your home is a better option for this camera. You know, I wish I would have I wish I had a couple ceiling cans. You know, maybe down the road I'll put some in just so I could have a couple indoor cameras in kind of strategic locations. You know, cool thing about a ceiling can is, and something like this, if you move, you sell, you can take it with you. It's not something you got to patch up. And there's no kind of wires you got to remove. You just screw it in and it works. So pretty cool, very innovative design. They're not the only ones making stuff like this, but this is fully featured, and I encourage you, if you do get this, to go ahead and add a micro SD card as well. Get that 24-hour recording. You can set it to record motion alerts only, but I like to have it record on a loop. If you're going to do that, I recommend something at about 32 gigs would be safe. If you can't afford a 32 gig card, you know, you're on a budget, whatever, get the 8 gig. At least you'll have some kind of footage. Keep in mind, you know, with anything like this, if somebody were to, you know, remove the camera and take it, you lose the footage. But, you know, again, these are all deterrents. But I like it. I mean, the price is right, fully featured. Definitely an easy way to add surveillance to your home or business. This would be a great option for somebody who lives in an apartment. You know, maybe they can't go screwing things into the wall. You know, this is a very easy way to add a little bit of peace of mind, a little bit of home security. If you're not too concerned with looks, you can screw this into a lamp, you know, but then you're going to have this kind of lamp sitting out with a camera, look something like this, kind of look a little odd, but, you know, who am I to judge? Everybody has their own personal taste and what they like in their home. So, you know, you can find, you know, there's definitely options for this, and this is definitely going to find, definitely going to suit some folks' wants and needs. So anyway, if I can help you in any way, drop me a comment or drop me an email. I'm always here to help you guys out. As always, I want to thank INQMEGA for their generosity in sending me this product, and of course, the outdoor solar camera. Perfect for my situation. I have an area where I have no power, but I do get sunlight there. So it's a great way to add a little bit of surveillance on that side of my house, kind of that blind spot. Now I have it. So fantastic company, great products, great affordable prices. They work great. So far, the app I'm using works great. And if anything changes, I'll update that in the description and in the comment section. As always, links are in the description. Check it out. Let me know if you get one. Have a great day, folks, and take care.